Hello, welcome back to John's Random Review Silicone Gun, Auto Silicone Gun, Part 3. Quick recap, I bought this about a week ago and I tried it and I found that on the lowest setting, there's 1 to 5 on the settings, and on the lowest one it was still squirting the silicone out too fast and I was very disappointed, and at that point I debated whether to send it back, but no. As we know, I took it to pieces, taken it to pieces, and I have actually fixed it. In number 2, I told you I had a bit of a problem that I couldn't alter the speed control. I tried to do it, and that failed. So, what I've done is I've altered the actual on-off switch. This on-off switch is kind of like, what would you say? It's got a speed controller in the trigger. So, what I've done is I've put a bolt through just behind the trigger, and what that means is when you press the trigger, it doesn't press it all the way down, so it only puts it on. Let's say it's on number 1 and it was too fast. Now I can get it down to a quarter of number 1, so just a little bit of runtime. So it's not going back and I've got it working, so we're going to do a proper review. So anyway, this is a 10.8 Makita Auto Silicone Gun, and it's also, I think you can get 12 volt machines. I think this is actually says on here it's 10.8 to 12 volts. Now Makita make an 18 volt version of this. The body's about the same, but you put 18 volt batteries in. The reason I got this one, the 10.8, because I've already got a drill and a torch in the 10.8 range, so I've got 2 batteries and a charger, so I thought this is going to be a little bit lighter. I've never used one of these before, I've never seen one before, so the 18 volt one is about 200 quid, maybe more, 250 quid. This was 140 quid, a lot of money. So what it is, I'll show you how to put the silicone gun in. And so the silicone gun, it just sits in there like that, and this bit here, you push this forward like that till it catches the end. It goes at, so let's say you have half a gun used, you'd push it up till it was tight. So what I've got that on the moment is I've got it on just over 1 there. So we're going to do some silicone in it. Now what I've done a little bit of a mock-up here. Let's pretend that's some tiles. And let's pretend you've got a really fancy black bath or something. If I was doing...
Hang
on a minute, let the dog in. Hang on. Come on. Right, back to it. Right, so what we're going to do is going to put a silicone bead along there. Now normally if it was a black to black, I'd put a black silicone bead in, but so you can see it better, we're going to do a white bead. Now this is, before I start, this is the crappiest silicone you can buy. This is like $2.99 from like the cheapy shop, so it's pretty crap silicone. So if it doesn't work out absolutely like a perfect bead, don't be tutting. Don't want any tutters. So there we go, we're going to fire it up. Just takes a minute to get going. So just bear with me. So there we go. One advantage of having like an auto gun, you don't have to constantly crank the sort of like the trigger on a normal silicone gun. So there we go. And if I release the trigger now, it actually goes into reverse a little bit and takes the pressure, so you don't get this squirrely stuff. So we're going to finish the silicone off now. Now to all people who go, you need to get yourself a little bit of squirty soapy water and do it with that, or get a special tool. All I say to you is, bollocks. Get your finger in your mouth, and then just run it down like that. So we just work it in. Right, so that's on a slow setting. So if you come here, you can see I'm going to turn this bad boy all the way up to number 5. Let's say you were going to put, that was a wall and you had to stick a bit of boarding on there. So I've got that cranked up there. So that's on the quicker setting. So if you were caulking round a window or you're putting panels on, look at that. There. So it can run quick, but as you can see, I've got it cranked down by putting this little screw in it. Now then, just to be quick, what I don't want is, there's been a bit of a complaint of some viewers saying they're getting a bit bored. So I've got to wrap this up. But if I want to do a little bit of alteration, and I wanted to run it even slower, I can turn that, and the little bolt that goes through there has got I've actually grinded it in the shape of a cam. So if I alter that little bolt, it makes it go further or nearer to the trigger. So there you go, top tech. And even painted it like a little to match. So it's a multi-million dollar multi-million dollar company, Makita, one of the biggest in the world. They didn't get this right, and some plumber from Longridge has fixed it. There you go. Good bit of kit now. Random is rad, rock on. Thank you.